Welcome to our harrowing journey as we delve into 15 of the most haunted locations in the world. From ancient castles to eerie forests, these are places tied to terrifying ghost stories and chilling paranormal encounters. Prepare yourself for a descent into the unknown, where shadows linger and the past refuses to let go. Buckle up, because these haunted spots are sure to make your blood run cold. Let's step into the darkness and explore the places where spirits still roam and where history never rests. 1. The Tower of London, England. The Tower of London is one of the world's most iconic landmarks, but it hides a chilling and gruesome history. Built in 1078, this ancient fortress has witnessed centuries of imprisonment, torture, and execution. It's no surprise, then, that many claim it is haunted by restless spirits. One of the most famous ghosts is that of Anne Boleyn, the ill-fated second wife of King Henry VIII. Beheaded in 1536 on the tower's grounds, Anne's ghost has been seen wandering through the halls, sometimes holding her severed head. Other apparitions include the White Lady, a mysterious figure seen staring out from the tower windows, and the spirits of 2 young princes who vanished from the tower in the 15th century, believed to have been murdered. With such a violent past, it's easy to understand why the Tower of London remains one of the most haunted places in the UK. 2. Eastern State Penitentiary, Philadelphia, USA. Eastern State Penitentiary, opened in 1829, was a prison designed to impose complete isolation on its inmates. This cruel method of confinement drove many prisoners to madness. Today, the penitentiary is considered one of the most haunted places in the world. Visitors and staff often report hearing eerie whispers, disembodied footsteps, and the anguished cries of former inmates echoing from the empty cells. One of the most infamous ghosts is that of gangster Al Capone, who claimed he was tormented by the spirit of a man he had killed. His ghostly cries of torment are still said to be heard by those who dare to explore the penitentiary's crumbling halls. 3. The Stanley Hotel, Estes Park, Colorado, USA. The Stanley Hotel is infamous for inspiring Stephen King's The Shining. Built in 1909, this luxurious hotel is home to a host of paranormal phenomena. Guests report hearing the sounds of children playing and laughing in the hallways, even when no one is there. Lights flicker on and off by themselves, and the piano in the lobby is known to play ghostly tunes when unattended. The hotel's 4th floor is particularly active, with guests hearing ghostly footsteps and seeing apparitions of children. Room 217, where Stephen King stayed, is said to be haunted by the ghost of a maid who once worked there. King himself had a terrifying experience at the hotel that later inspired his famous novel. The Stanley Hotel remains a popular destination for paranormal investigators and thrill seekers alike. 4. The Laurie Mansion, New Orleans, USA. In the heart of New Orleans stands the LaLaurie Mansion, a site of unimaginable horror. In the 1830s, socialite Madame Delphine LaLaurie was exposed as a sadistic torturer. After a fire broke out at her mansion, authorities discovered an attic filled with enslaved people who had been horrifically mutilated. Since that day, the mansion has been haunted by their restless spirits. Visitors often hear moaning sounds, experience cold spots, and see terrifying apparitions. Some claim to have witnessed the ghost of LaLaurie herself, still roaming the halls of her former home. Despite its dark past, the mansion remains a key stop on New Orleans ghost tours. 5. The Paris Catacombs, France. Deep beneath the bustling streets of Paris lies the Paris Catacombs, a massive underground ossuary containing the remains of over 6 million people. In the late 18th century, Paris's cemeteries were overflowing, and the dead were moved to these ancient underground tunnels. The catacombs have since become a hotspot for paranormal activity. Visitors often report hearing strange voices, footsteps, and even feeling invisible hands brushing against them as they walk through the dark, bone-lined corridors. Some explorers claim to have seen ghostly figures moving silently through the catacombs, adding to its terrifying atmosphere. The Paris catacombs are undeniably eerie, a place where history and death converge in haunting silence. Number 6. Château de Brissac, France. Known as the Giant of the Loire Valley, Château de Brissac is famous not only for its stunning architecture, but also for its ghosts. The most well-known specter is Charlotte de Brissac, also known as the Green Lady. She was murdered by her husband in the 15th century after he discovered her infidelity. Since then, her spirit has been seen wandering the chateau, particularly in the tower room where she was killed. Visitors report hearing moaning sounds at night and have even witnessed her ghostly figure, her hollow eyes staring blankly ahead. Despite its haunting history, Château de Brissac remains a popular tourist destination, but one where you might encounter more than just beauty. Number 7. Poveglia Island, Italy. Just off the coast of Venice lies Poveglia Island, one of the most haunted places in the world. Used as a quarantine station for plague victims and later as a mental asylum, Poveglia is steeped in death and tragedy. It is said that the ghosts of those who died from the plague, along with tortured asylum patients, still haunt the island. Visitors who manage to access the island, despite it being off-limits, report seeing strange apparitions, hearing disembodied voices, and feeling an overwhelming sense of dread. Local fishermen even avoid the island, fearing the restless spirits that still linger there. Poveglia remains one of the world's most fearsome and haunted locations. 8. Oia Bashi Forest, Romania. Known as the Bermuda Triangle of Transylvania, Oia Bashi Forest in Romania is a place rife with paranormal activity. The forest is infamous for UFO sightings, mysterious lights, and ghostly apparitions. The most disturbing part of the forest is a circular clearing where nothing seems to grow, and scientists have yet to explain why. Those who visit often report feeling extreme anxiety, hearing eerie laughter, and even experiencing physical sensations like scratches and burns. Many believe that the forest is a portal to another dimension, and some locals refuse to enter, convinced that it's cursed. Oia Bashi Forest is a place that continues to mystify and terrify all who dare to enter. Number 9. Banff Springs Hotel, Alberta, Canada. Nestled in the Canadian Rockies, Banff Springs Hotel is a luxurious yet haunted destination. Built in 1888, this grand hotel has been the site of numerous ghost sightings and strange experiences. One of the most famous stories is of a bride who tragically died on her wedding day after falling down the hotel's grand staircase. Her spirit, still dressed in her wedding gown, is said to wander the halls. Another well-known ghost is that of Sam, a former bellman who continues to help guests even after his death. Visitors frequently report strange noises, cold spots, and shadowy figures moving through the halls, making Banff Springs a must-visit for ghost hunters and luxury travelers alike. 10. The Queen Mary, California, USA. Once a luxury ocean liner, the Queen Mary now rests in Long Beach, California, as a museum and hotel. However, it is far from an ordinary ship. Queen Mary is considered one of the most haunted ships in the world, with numerous reports of ghostly apparitions, strange noises, and sudden cold spots. One of the most haunted areas is the ship's old swimming pool, where the spirits of a young girl and a woman in vintage swimsuits have been spotted. The engine room is another hotspot for paranormal activity, where a crew member was crushed to death by a watertight door. Visitors often feel an eerie presence or hear footsteps following them. The Queen Mary's haunted reputation draws ghost hunters and curious visitors from around the world. 11. Edinburgh Castle, Scotland. Perched high above the city, Edinburgh Castle has a long and violent history, filled with war, murder, and treachery. Its ghost stories are equally dark. Among its most famous spirits is a piper who disappeared in the tunnels beneath the castle. His ghostly bagpipes can still be heard playing a mournful tune. Another is the ghost of a headless drummer who appears whenever the castle is about to be attacked. Visitors to the dungeons report hearing the anguished cries of prisoners who were tortured and executed within its walls. Some even claim to see the spectral figure of a dog wandering the castle grounds. Edinburgh Castle's haunted history makes it one of Scotland's top paranormal destinations. 12. Recoleta Cemetery, Buenos Aires, Argentina. Recoleta Cemetery in Buenos Aires is known not only for its beautiful architecture, but also for its ghostly residents. The cemetery is the final resting place of many famous Argentinians, including Eva Perón, but it's also home to numerous spirits. Visitors report hearing strange whispers and seeing shadowy figures moving among the elaborate mausoleums. One of the most famous ghosts is Rufina Cambaceres, a young woman who was mistakenly buried alive. Her tomb was later found disturbed, and many believe her ghost still wanders the cemetery, seeking to escape her tragic fate. Recoleta Cemetery remains a hauntingly beautiful and eerie destination for those brave enough to visit. 13. Bangar Fort, India. Bangar Fort, located in Rajasthan, India, is known as one of the most haunted places in the country. According to legend, a powerful sorcerer fell in love with a local princess and cursed the fort after she rejected him. Soon after, the entire fort was abandoned, and it has remained in ruins ever since. Visitors report feeling an overwhelming sense of fear and dread upon entering the fort, and it is illegal to enter the site after sunset due to the paranormal activity. Many believe that the spirits of those who died because of the curse still haunt the fort. Bangar Fort's eerie atmosphere and tragic history make it a chilling destination for ghost hunters. 14. Aokigahara Forest, Japan. Aokigahara, also known as the Suicide Forest, is located at the base of Mount Fuji in Japan. The forest has gained a reputation as a place where people go to end their lives, and it is reportedly haunted by the spirits of those who died there. Visitors often hear unexplained whispers, footsteps, and even cries for help, despite no one else being around. The dense, labyrinthine nature of the forest adds to the unsettling atmosphere, and many claim to feel disoriented or experience a strong sense of despair while inside. Aokigahara remains a chilling reminder of the tragic loss of life, and its haunted reputation continues to attract paranormal enthusiasts. 15. The Winchester Mystery House, California, USA. The Winchester Mystery House in San Jose, California is one of the most bizarre and haunted mansions in the world. Built by Sarah Winchester, widow of the inventor of the famous rifle, the house was under constant construction for 38 years. Believing she was haunted by the spirits of those killed by Winchester rifles, Sarah constructed the house with staircases leading to nowhere, doors opening into walls, and other architectural oddities to confuse the spirits. Visitors and staff frequently report hearing ghostly footsteps, doors slamming on their own, and seeing shadowy figures wandering the halls. The Winchester Mystery House remains a popular destination for those fascinated by its strange design and haunted history. From abandoned prisons to eerie forests, these 15 haunted locations are sure to leave you feeling both fascinated and frightened. Each one has its own chilling history and spectral inhabitants, reminding us that sometimes the past refuses to stay buried. Whether you're a believer in the supernatural or just curious, these places offer a glimpse into the darker side of history, where ghost stories come to life. Will you dare to visit them?